Giorgio asks a question. I'm currently able to perform the armor building complex with double 28s, wow, that's impressive, for 30 rounds every minute on the minute. However, when I move up to the 32s, my recovery between sets becomes an issue, and I can only complete 5 to 6 sets every minute on the minute before my clean form breaks down and I'm unable to maintain sufficient tension in the squat. How should I move up safely and effectively? I have not purchased any of your recent publications. Oh, where I explain the answer to this. Yeah. So yeah, let me just, as I often tell people, let me just give it to you. I have learned one thing. When you give people stuff, they don't value it. I've really picked up on that. In the last year or so, I've given some people some really quality, expensive things. They don't appreciate it. But would like to know which of your most recent work could be helpful for this specific challenge. My goal for 2025 is to complete 30 rounds at double 32s. Very nice. That'd be very nice work. Potentially start moving towards the double 36s. So armorbuildingformula.com, Giorgio, or danjohnuniversity.com/bookstore. And I would get the armor building formula. Let me just say this. A really underappreciated style of doing the ABC is to have opposite loads. So what I would recommend, if you have it, I would put a 32 and maybe a 16 at first. Now, so the first round, you're going to have, let's say this, let's go the 16 in the left hand and the 32 in the right. Do the ABC, okay? Now, the load is well under, the load is light, but you have the big 32. The 16 is going to be asymmetrical. It's going to twist you around a little bit, but that's fine. Next set, you'll have the 32 in the left hand and the 16 in the right. I just step over the two unequal bells to the other side. So I do one set facing this way, one set facing that way, okay? And do, if you can, maybe not 30 full minutes, but maybe get to 10, shake it off and get a sense of what lessons you learned. It might, and by the way, pressing a 16 in one hand and a 32 in the other really does help your press, overhead press. It's really interesting. It's interesting, I think in one of Pavel's books, it might be Return of the Kettlebell. He quotes me as convincing him to do unequal bells. Then I would, after that, maybe drop to 24s and finish off your 20 minutes. Don't push it because you're learning right now. A workout or two later, maybe try the 20 and a 32. A workout or two, I think you're seeing where this is going. A couple workouts down the road, the 24 and the 32. And then finally try that 28 and 32. When you do the 28 and 32 workout, that probably in some ways be harder than double 32s. Obviously, it's going to be harder double 28s, but it can be weirdly harder than double 28s because now we're getting at the narrower we make the gap between the two. This is just experience talking. It seems to get harder as it gets narrower. It's so obvious when I say it out loud, but you kind of, Georgia, if you follow this, it'll make sense what I'm talking about. How it seems to, the 16's hard. The 20's, it's harder, it's heavier. The 24's harder. But when you get to the 28 and 32, it's like, it's a big jump and harder. It's not just a 4 kilo harder. It's weirdly harder. I would try that. And then when you do get to the 32-32 combo, when you said this here, 5 to 6 rounds every minute on the minute, since you know that 5 is going to be like that line in the sand, let's do this. Always stop the every minute on the minute well before you fail on it. So if you get, when you do this 32-32 the first time and you get to round 4 and you pop it down and go, whoa, okay, keep the 28-28 or 24-24s right there and just bravely quit the big 32s and choose lighter. And then what I want you to do over time, Giorgio, is nudge that 32 up. Don't be afraid to cut it early. What I would like you to do is just kind of nudge your way up. So maybe it's 4 the first workout coming back. Maybe it's 5 or 6. Could be 10. Who knows? Say it's 5. The next time you do it, it weirdly could jump right up to 10, because when you nudge yourself up over time, you make these massive improvements. So don't be afraid to err on the side of caution the first couple of times you do it. Okay? ArmorBuildingFormula.com, and of course the book is the Armor Building Formula. Giorgio, it's a good question, and clearly I probably need to be better about how I explain that in the books. So I'm going to take a note here and write down Giorgio, okay?